Hey everyone, today I'm going to share something fascinating about human behavior. Have you ever wondered what goes on in someone's head when they're by themselves? Well, I've got an interesting look at the private activities of narcissists. How do they act behind closed doors when no one else can see? I'm about to reveal 10 unusual things they tend to do alone. Are you ready to find out? Let's get started with number 1. It might surprise you. By the end, I think you'll have a new perspective on this type of personality. 1. Admire themselves in the mirror. Narcissists have an exaggerated sense of self-importance and belief that they are somehow special. When alone, they seek validation from the one person they are certain will give it, themselves. They spend excessive time preening in front of mirrors, meticulously checking their appearance from different angles and ensuring everything looks perfect. This private mirror time boosts their fragile ego through self-admiration. 2. Check social media notifications. In the narcissist's mind, they are always the main character and center of attention. When by themselves, they may anxiously refresh social media platforms, waiting for the affirmation of likes and comments on their latest selfies or posts. Even a small number of notifications is satisfying, as it provides much-needed fuel for their inflated ego. They may also check who viewed their stories to see which people are still paying attention to them. If notifications are lacking, this threatens their perception of always being the most popular, interesting person in the room. They may then retaliate by sulking, deleting unappreciated content, or posting more provocative things to remedy insufficient attention. 3. Scroll through old photos of themselves. When alone, narcissists often indulge in nostalgia by scrolling back through old photos of themselves on social media. They love admiring photos that generate the most likes and comments, as this strengthens their belief that others find them exceptionally good-looking. They may spend an extensive amount of time admiring how attractive or accomplished they looked in the past. Repetitively looking at old selfies serves to maintain their delusion of self-importance and grandeur. 4. Plan their next attention-seeking stunt. For narcissists, gaining attention and being the center of focus is oxygen. When alone, they strategize how to one-up themselves and gain even more eyeballs next time. They brainstorm self-promotional stunts, exaggerated stories, attention-grabbing social media posts, and scenarios where they can position themselves as important people. Narcissists see others as objects they can use to further enlarge their already inflated self-image. Private plotting ensures they have the next move calculated to maximize notice and comments from admirers. This validates their perception of being extraordinarily fascinating individuals who warrant constant recognition. The trouble is, increasingly outrageous schemes are required to sustain their false sense of merit. 5. Memorize compliments people have given them. Narcissists collect and catalog flattering comments like trophies to fuel their grandiose self-concept. When alone, they may recite past compliments they've received to boost their ego, such as being told they are beautiful, talented, or brilliant. Repetition of praise helps reinforce their inflated beliefs about themselves. Even white lies or empty compliments are still useful for egocentric reflection. Any positive assessment, no matter how small, is stored away for private recall during future lonely moments. 6. Fantasize about fame and glory. Most people daydream casually, but for narcissists, it serves to constantly inflate their sense of importance. Alone with their thoughts, they conjure vivid visions of hypothetic future glory where they are celebrated globally for exceptional achievements or talents. Fame, wealth, recognition, and worldwide adoration feature heavily in their fantasies. Perhaps they imagine sold-out stadium tours, best-selling books, blockbuster movies based on their lives, or winning prestigious awards followed by long-winded ego-boosting speeches. These elaborate delusions stimulate their grandiose self-image and deep-seated craving for constant praise and validation, far beyond what they've realistically accomplished so far. 7. Envy other people's success. Despite their inflated self-image, beneath the surface, narcissists harbor deep insecurities. When alone, they may scroll through others' social updates and feel envious of accomplishments they don't have, like wealth, more followers, career advances, or recognition. Narcissistic envy is toxic because they want success, not to better the world, but purely for ego-boosting self-aggrandizement. They feel entitled to the same or greater level of fame, fortune, despite having done little meaningful work. Envy eats away at their fragile ego if they perceive somebody as more popular or achieving at a pace exceeding their own. 8. Sulk about perceived slights or insults. Narcissists are ultra-sensitive to any feedback that doesn't corroborate their impractical self-perception. When solitary, they may sullenly replay real or imagined comments in their head and indulge in self-pity over someone not sufficiently acknowledging their greatness. A lack of constant ego massage is felt as a crushing personal insult because their sense of self-worth depends wholly on external validation. They magnify even the gentlest criticism into a catastrophic wound, fueled by unrealistic expectations that everyone recognizes them as perfect specimens, deserving never-ending praise. Self-absorbed sulking reinforces the false belief that others are blind to their merit. 9. Rehearse stories about their fake accomplishments. Narcissists are notorious for exaggerating or completely fabricating their achievements and talents. When alone, they may mentally practice embroidered anecdotes of success, intelligence, or daring adventures they never truly experienced. Fantasized versions of events allow them to self-aggrandize whenever an audience is available. They perfect the melodramatic diction and expressions to accompany fabricated triumphs, sure to elicit maximum awe and compliments. Rehearsing made-up accomplishments in private readies them to effectively manipulate perceptions and inflate their sense of exceptionality even more. 10. Give themselves self-praise and affirmations. At their core, narcissists are deeply insecure individuals dependent on constant external validation. When solitary, they try palliating this vulnerability through self-admiration. They recite compliments like mantras, enumerating supposed attractive qualities, talents, or accomplishments in the mirror or to thin air. Self-affirmations along the lines of "you're a genius," "you're the most amazing person," or "you're the best at everything," aim to artificially boost their frail ego since no one else is there to shower worship. This desperate self-inflation highlights how narcissism stems from underlying low self-esteem that requires non-stop flattery for temporary repair. Well, there you have it, a glimpse behind the curtain at 10 things narcissists tend to do in private. I hope learning these insights has helped provide some useful context around this personality type. Remember, we all have narcissistic tendencies from time to time, so the healthiest approach is empathy, balanced judgment, and setting boundaries. If any of these behaviors resonated with you personally, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, consider talking to a counselor for productive strategies. And be sure to subscribe and click the bell below so you don't miss out when I share more psychology topics that can benefit our understanding of human relationships and well-being. As always, thanks for tuning in. I hope you leave here with an eye-opening perspective to ponder. See you next time.